What if I told you the Maple Leafs are chasing a defenseman who could fix almost everything on the blue line, but the price might be so high that it could break the entire plan? Leafs Nation, the trade deadline is getting closer. Injuries are piling up on defense, and the rumor mill is absolutely out of control right now. There is one name that keeps coming up in every conversation around the league. A player the Leafs clearly want. A player with a direct connection to our GM. But also a deal that might be way more complicated than fans realize. Before we get into it, smash that like button and subscribe to Leafs Nation Report. This channel is brand new, and our goal is 500 subscribers. If you bleed blue and white, help us grow. Alright? Let's talk about how realistic this trade actually is. Let's start with the obvious. The Leafs' blue line has been under serious pressure. Injuries, inconsistent pairing, and way too much responsibility on a small group of defensemen. As the deadline approaches, executives around the NHL are saying Toronto is actively trying to land a defenseman, not just browsing. They want someone reliable, someone who can eat minutes, someone who doesn't panic in big moments. And that's why this particular name keeps popping up. The player everyone keeps talking about. Now we can say it. Rasmus Andersson. If you build the perfect Leafs defenseman in a lab, it looks a lot like him. Right shot defenseman. Plays 24+ minutes a night, can handle power play, penalty kill, late game situations. Physical enough, but smart with the puck. He's a true workhorse, and the connection to Toronto is obvious. The Treliving connection. And why it's complicated, Brad Treliving drafted Rasmus Andersson. Brad Treliving signed Rasmus Andersson. They know each other extremely well. On paper, that should help. But according to Leafs insider James Myrtle, that familiarity might actually be working against Toronto. Why? Because Calgary knows exactly how badly Treliving values this player, and they're using that as leverage. The asking price, and why it's a problem. Here's the biggest issue. Calgary is reportedly asking for a massive return. And inside the Leafs front office, there's a feeling that the price isn't fair, and that Toronto is being asked for more than other teams. That's frustrating, especially for a Leafs team that has already traded picks, moved prospects, thinned out its pool of tradable assets. Yes, Andersson would be an almost perfect fit next to Morgan Rielly. That pairing alone makes fans dream. But at what cost? Does this trade actually make sense for Toronto? This is where Leafs Nation is split. On one hand, he fits the system, he fits the age curve, he fits the need perfectly. On the other hand, the Leafs don't have endless assets. Overpaying now could hurt future flexibility, and this team still has multiple holes to manage. You don't want to solve one problem by creating 3 more. That's why right now, this deal feels unlikely. Not impossible, but unlikely. And here's the thing about the trade deadline. Things change fast. Injuries shift leverage. Teams panic, prices drop at the last minute. Calgary could soften. Toronto could get creative. A third team could jump in. We've seen crazier things happen. As of today, this feels like a trade the Leafs want, but aren't willing to overpay for. And honestly, that might be the right call. Leafs Nation, I want to hear from you. Would you pay a premium for Rasmus Andersson? Or should the Leafs walk away and find another option? Is this the missing piece, or a dangerous overreach? Drop your take in the comments. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video and subscribe. We're pushing for 500 subscribers, and every Leafs fan here matters. This is Leafs Nation Report. I'm Victor, and as always, go Leafs go!